Thank you so much for joining us today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her, and this is a recording of a live Zoom class. We are doing a restorative class this evening with some heart-opening poses and some shoulder love. We are also going to talk about glimmers, the power of glimmers, and we are going to find some balance in our breath and in our bodies. So let's go ahead and gather anything that you have around you that might support your practice. We'll be using bolsters tonight. If you don't have a bolster, you can grab a stack of blankets or a pillow or some block sand pillows, folded up towels, anything you have around the house that might support your practice. Also, if you have a strap or yoga blocks, we might be using those as well, but if you don't have them, don't worry about them. They are not necessary. So let's go ahead and let's start in a constructive rest position today. Come to your back on the mat and bend your knees, taking your soles of your feet as wide as the yoga mat. And then lean your knees inward toward one another. They might be really close to your body. They might be a little bit farther away. So experiment with what feels best in your body. And do exactly that, constructively rest. In this position, we can release tension in the hip flexors, and we can come into awareness of our breath. So maybe take one hand to your heart or heart area and one hand to your belly. And if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. If closing your eyes doesn't feel good to you, go ahead and just kind of keep a soft gaze. And we'll just take a few cleansing breaths here to start with, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So let's inhale and open the mouth and let it go. Two more like that. Inhale. Last one. And then close the lips and come back to breathing through the nose if that's available to you. Allowing the nose to filter and warm and humidify the air that's entering your body. And just notice your breath. See if you can really notice the rise and fall of the hand that's on your belly. Maybe drawing the air deeper into your lungs to expand the belly with each inhale. And allowing the belly to just kind of sink down towards the spine with every exhale. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and count how many beats it takes for that inhale to be completed. So I typically inhale for a count of 6, but yours might be 3 or 10 or anywhere in between, or maybe even longer or shorter than that. But just count what it is for you. Inhaling and counting. And as you exhale, see if you can cultivate the intention to match the length of the exhale to the length of your inhale. Pardon me. This is finding a nice, balanced breath. And we'll just find a few balanced breaths here, maybe playing a little bit with the length and seeing what feels most comfortable for you. Allowing the muscles of the face to soften and the jaw to soften, the forehead to be smooth. Maybe tucking the chin gently to keep the neck nice and long. And as we move throughout our practice tonight, see where you can bring in this balanced breath that you've cultivated for yourself. So the next time you exhale, go ahead and draw one knee and then the other in towards the heart. And maybe hold on to your knees or your shins and rock a little gently from side to side. Notice how when your knees are closer to the heart, you feel more of a massage on the middle part of your back. And when your knees are farther away from the heart, you might feel more of a massage on the lower part of your back. And then let's go ahead and rock and roll up and down the spine a little bit. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs, just nice and slow. And the next time you come up to a seat, go ahead and grab a block or a bolster or a rolled up towel or a blanket or anything like that you can place underneath your shoulder blades. So I'll show you a couple different ways to do this. One's with a block and one is with a bolster. So with a bolster, and mine's a little thick for this, so if you have a thinner pillow or blanket or bolster, that might work better. You can come to a seat and kind of lean back so that your shoulder blades are across the bolster, and you can open up your arms just above the bolster and allow the head to come back towards the floor. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can use another pillow or a block underneath the head. And if that's uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your belly or to your heart, or you might take cactus arms, or you might even have your arms out along the bolster. Option number 2 is just the block. I kind of like using the block because it's sort of like a more firm massage. And you just place the block, kind of horizontally across the shoulder blades, like I'm showing here if you want to take a peek. And I have the bottom of the block just about where a bra strap would be, or at the base of my shoulder blades if you're not wearing a bra. And then you can go ahead and allow the heart to open and the head to come back towards the mat here. And the block is low enough that my head can rest comfortably on the floor. And then let's come back to that constructive rest in the legs. Hands can be on the belly or out to the sides. And we'll just allow that heart to open. We'll allow the bolster or the block or your pillows or whatever support you have beneath the shoulder blades to just kind of cradle your shoulders, support them, open them. Personally, I like a really firm massage, so I kind of feel like this is somebody kind of really rubbing into my shoulders here, but not dynamically, obviously, static pressure here. And come back to that balanced breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Revisiting the count that you established earlier. Just allowing the heart to open and the lungs to be open so that even more oxygen can come into the body. We'll stay here for 5 full breaths. Maybe taking a little mental scan of the body and noticing where you might be holding tension. And seeing if you can just bring some softness to those places with every exhale. Soften the jaw. Soften the forehead. Allow the belly to be soft. When you're ready, we'll just roll off the support to one side or the other, or you can lift the chin up towards the chest and press into the elbows and then the forearms to come back up and remove the support out from under you. And then let's come back to our backs and draw those knees in towards the heart. And then let's let the sole of the right foot come down to the mat. And we'll take the left ankle and place it on top of the right thigh, coming into a nice figure 4 stretch here. Hands can be out to the sides or on your belly. Maybe you take that left palm or the heel of your left hand and kind of gently press into that left thigh, allowing the knee to come away from the body, making space here in the hip flexor. Maybe that's enough. Or if you want to go a little deeper, you might lift the right foot from the floor and thread your left arm through the space between the thighs. You can interlace your fingers behind the right thigh or around the front of the right shin, whatever feels best in your body. And let's come back again to that balanced breath. Now, if at any time the balanced breath is not serving you and it's just one more thing to have to remember or making you anxious in any way, just let it go. Just come back to your normal breath. But if this balanced breath is serving you, maybe inhale for your count as you press that right thigh into your interlaced hands. And as you exhale your count, draw the right thigh in closer to the heart. Inhaling to press away. Exhaling to draw inward. Keep the shoulder blades down on the mat and that chin tucked to keep your neck nice and safe. And then allow this movement to just gently rock your body. Rock your body. One more full breath here. And then let's go ahead and bring the sole of the right foot down to the mat and switch sides. Just a nice, easy switch. Left sole is down on the mat, right ankle's on the top of the left thigh. And maybe take that heel of the right hand and press the right thigh away from you. Opening up that hip flexor, showing it a little bit of love, being gentle here with yourself, or as gentle as feels good to you. If you are into a nice firm massage yourself, you might go a little bit deeper. Just whatever feels good and nourishing for your body. And you can stay here, or maybe go ahead and lift that left foot and interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, and then bring the shoulders and the back of the head back down to the mat. Just staying here for a moment in stillness. And if the balanced breath is serving you, maybe take that inhale, pressing the left thigh into the hands. And then exhale, drawing it closer to you. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, drawing closer to you. Couple more times. And then let's go ahead and unwind everything. Hug those knees in towards the heart. Maybe invite the nose towards the knees. Just realigning the hips and the spine and the neck. And then let's take the hands behind the thighs and rock and roll up to a seat, or you can roll to one side or the other if that feels better in your body today. Notice how that feels across the length of your spine. Maybe you hear some snap, crackle, pops. And we'll roll right up to a nice tall seat. So go ahead and find your Sukhasana or your Sadasana. If you have a cushion that you would like to sit on to lift the hips a little bit better, to make this more comfortable for your knees, or maybe sit on a block if that feels better to you. I like the Sadasana with one heel in towards the center of the groin and then the other heel kind of stacked right in front of it. But whatever is comfortable in your body. Find that place where you can evenly kind of settle the sit bones down. Maybe taking the hands to the thighs or the knees, and just bring your awareness to the base of the spine. And take a mental image of the spine and all the little vertebrae that make up the spine, from the base of the spine to the base of the skull. And with the power of your visualization here, you can stack one vertebra on top of the next, on top of the next, in a nice, straight, solid, supportive line. And let's come back to that balanced breath again. Maybe hands or palms down on your knees. Maybe palms are turned upward. Turning towards the knees can be more grounding, help you to be more in the present moment. Lifting the hands skyward can be more uplifting, more spiritually connecting. Maybe you're offering something of yourself, or maybe you're open to receiving something. Today is the winter solstice 2021. And it is the perfect time of year, the shortest day of the year, for endings and beginnings. So if there's anything that you would like to let go of in your life that is no longer serving you, habits, relationships, attitudes, whatever. Maybe now is the perfect time to let that go. And if there is something that you would like more of in your life, that you would like to cultivate more love, more joy, more wholeness, more healing, then it's the perfect time to invite that in. Allow today to close one chapter and begin another. And if nothing else, let's all be grateful together that from here on out for quite a while, our days will get 2 minutes longer each. Next time we inhale, let's go ahead and spread those arms out wide to the sides and lift them up alongside the ears. And then we'll just exhale and turn the palms down towards the earth, letting it be nice and slow and deliberate. Inhale, lifting the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, turn the palms down, floating the fingertips down towards the earth. Once again, maybe moving with that cultivated balanced breath, your count here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One more time, let's inhale the arms up to the sky. And the next time we exhale down, let's bring the hands behind the low back and interlace the fingers here. And really open up the heart, drawing the shoulder blades towards one another and squeezing out any tension in between the shoulder blades. Maybe looking up towards the sky, taking a little bit of a back bend here. Inhale here, and as you exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips, keeping those sit bones anchored down towards the earth, and maybe beginning to lift the knuckles up towards the sky. Letting the head bow down towards the earth. Breathing along the way. And when it feels right to you, go ahead and release your hands and walk them out in front of you and get a nice stretch along the side body and the back body, keeping those sit bones nice and anchored here. Next time you inhale, go ahead and walk those fingers over toward the right. Really keeping that left sit bone anchored as you breathe into the left side body. Allowing your inhalations to expand, making space in between all the ribs so that you have more room for that life-giving oxygen. Allowing each exhale to be an opportunity to soften and let go. One more inhale here, and then we'll exhale and walk the hands forward once again. Really tap into that core strength so that we can inhale and bring the arms back up high to the sky again. With your hands high to the sky, go ahead and lean back just enough to switch the cross of your legs. Settle back in here. Inhale once again and exhale, bringing the hands behind the small of the back, interlacing the fingers again. But this time, let's bring the opposite thumb on top. So whatever way you automatically go to, just switch it. We'll inhale and really lift that heart, squeezing all the tension out from between the shoulder blades. Maybe lifting the chin up towards the sky as long as the neck feels comfortable with that. Full breath here, and the next time we exhale, we'll begin hinging forward at the hips. Maybe allowing the arms to come up towards the sky as the forehead comes closer to the earth. Breathing here. And allowing the hands to release naturally whenever that feels right to you. Couple breaths here with the arms outstretched in front of us, or maybe you want to take the forearms down to the floor. And then when you're ready, let's walk those fingertips over to the left this time. Anchoring the right sit bone down as we stretch long through the right side body. Creating space in the ribs. Couple breaths here. And then we'll exhale, walking the hands back to center. Inhale, coming back up to our victorious pose. And then exhale to release the fingertips back down towards the earth. Then if you're sitting on a support, go ahead and move that aside, and we're going to come into hero's pose. Sitting back on the heels. Hero's pose. Most of us, all of us in class today are women. I don't know why heroine is spelled the way it is, so we'll just all be heroes today. But let's go ahead and walk those fingertips out to the side, getting nice and long again in the spine. And as we inhale, let's let those right fingertips come out towards the right as we lift the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale, both arms alongside the ears. Exhale, left fingertips down towards the earth, reaching the right fingertips over towards the left. Inhale, arms alongside the ears. Exhale, leaning over towards the right, maybe a little deeper. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, left. One more time, inhaling high to the sky. Exhale to the right, and let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Maybe walking the palm out a little farther. Maybe looking down towards the earth, or out in front of you, or up towards the sky, spinning the heart up towards the heavens. Breathing here for a couple of breaths, maybe finding your balanced breath again. The next time we inhale, we'll come back up high to the sky. And exhale, left palm down to the earth. Staying over towards the left, reaching with those right fingertips. Experimenting a little with the neck here to see what feels best, whether gazing at the earth or out in front of you or up towards the sky. Letting that heart be open here. And the next time we inhale, we'll lift the arms up alongside the ears and exhale to release the fingertips down. Let's go ahead and come up to high kneeling here. I'm wearing socks because it's a little bit chilly in here, but if you are wearing socks, you might want to take those off so that you have a little more traction with your bare feet. So we're going to come up to high kneeling. Let's inhale the arms back up to our victorious pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, drawing the shoulders up towards the ears. And as we exhale, let's really actively and intentionally draw the shoulder blades down, really drawing those pinkies inward towards one another, creating lots of space in between the shoulder blades. Inhale here. And then let's let those arms come down to a T shape, palms facing down. And let's step that right foot out to the side, coming into gate pose. So we're not on the heel here with the toes up. We actually have the sole of the foot down towards the earth, pressing into that outer edge of the right foot. And let's go ahead and bring the right hand to the outside of the right thigh, not pressing into the knee. And we'll inhale the left fingertips up towards the sky. Notice how much length you can create from your left knee all the way up to your fingertips. Continue breathing, maybe drawing on that balanced breath again. And the next time we inhale, we'll just lean ever so slightly over towards the right. Again, not putting any pressure in this right hand, but creating even more space in the left side body. Again, play a little bit with that gaze. Maybe you want to look down at the right foot. Maybe your neck likes it better when you're gazing out in front of you. Maybe looking up at the sky serves you best. Inhale here again. Stay for the exhale. And then we'll inhale back to a tall T. And as we exhale, we'll bring the left palm down to the mat. You can tent your left fingertips if you like, or if you need the floor to come a little closer to you, you can use a block underneath that left hand. And then we'll reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, kind of stacking the shoulders one alongside the other, still keeping that right foot pressed firmly to the earth. Noticing where your gaze serves you best. One more inhale here. And as we exhale, let's allow that right arm to come down towards the right ear and then continue in a circle pointing down towards the earth and then alongside the right thigh and then come back up towards the sky again. Exhaling as the fingertips come down towards the earth. Inhaling as the fingertips come up towards the sky, getting some movement in that right shoulder. Maybe stretching out nice and long as the right arm comes across that right ear. The next time the fingertips are down towards the earth, switch the rotation, inhaling up towards your head and exhaling down towards the thigh. As you inhale up towards the sky, really open the heart. One more full rotation here. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and let that momentum bring you all the way back up to a T, and then to high kneeling, and then back down to your hero's pose. If you're using a block to bring the floor a little closer to you, move the block to the opposite side. Or if you have two blocks, have one block on each side, even better. Reestablish that nice balanced breath, whether you're counting or not. That nice, long, beautiful spine and the relaxed face and the soft jaw. And then we'll inhale back to high kneeling, bringing the arms up to our victorious pose. And as we exhale, we'll bring the arms out into a T and send that left leg out long. Pressing into the sole of the left foot, adjusting yourself on your mat as needed so that you have plenty of room. Let's bring that left hand down to the left thigh and inhale the right fingertips up towards the sky. Establish that length in the right side body here. And then let's go ahead and take those right fingertips over to the left side. Being sure to take care of this left knee, not pressing onto it at all. Just resting the palm gently here. Creating lots of space. Playing with the gaze. What feels best in your neck today? What feels best on the one side might not be the same on the second side. So see what feels good over here. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale the arms back to a T and exhale, bringing the right hand down to the earth. Maybe using a block, maybe not. And lifting those left fingertips up towards the sky, stacking the shoulders one on top of the other. Letting your neck tell you where to gaze. Being in partnership with your body. Allowing your body and your breath to be your guide. And then let's begin those circles again here on the left shoulder. So as we exhale, we'll bring that left arm alongside the left ear and then all the way down towards the earth. Inhaling around and up towards the sky. Maybe following the fingertips with the gaze a little bit, getting some movement in the neck. And the next time the fingertips come down towards the earth, let's reverse the circles. Really being gentle with your shoulder, allowing it to move as much or as little as feels good in your body today. One more full circle here, and the next time we inhale, we'll allow the momentum to carry us back up to high kneeling, arms out to a T, and then we'll bring both knees under the hips and come back into our hero's pose. Tapping into this hero's journey that we are all on. And then let's bring in the idea of the power of the glimmer. So I was reading an article by Dana about the power of a glimmer, and a glimmer is just a moment, a positive, beautiful moment. And we can find these moments regularly in every day, whether it is with a pet that you live with or a loved one. Or maybe it's that first cup of warm tea in the morning, or maybe it is watching the sunrise, or maybe it's just waking up and finding a big full body stretch. And then some of those glimmers are unexpected moments. The power of a healing conversation, an unexpected hug. Or maybe you find a parking spot exactly where you want it to be. Those are all glimmers. And the more we can find those, the more we can cultivate those, the more we can focus on those, we can draw upon them to create more positive energy within our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. So maybe make the intention to seek out the glimmers in every day. Let's go ahead and find a way back down to our mats, coming to our backs. Let's get a couple gentle twists in here. First, coming to a seat, bending the knees up towards the sky, keeping the soles of the feet down on the earth. Let's just find that nice tall spine here. And then we'll take the hands to the backs of the thighs and come back partway or halfway, just enough so that your core is kind of engaged here, holding you in a sort of a V shape. This is Navasana, boat pose right here. And this is awesome for strengthening the core, which is really, really good for helping with back pain because our core supports our back. So this is just enough for a boat pose here, or you might want to see if you could just lift one shin up towards the sky and bring the sole of the foot back down to the earth, and then maybe lift the other shin up towards the sky. And then bring the sole of the foot back towards the earth. Maybe you want to lift both shins up towards the sky, and immediately you might notice a little bit of a shake here. Feel free to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet back down towards the earth. If you want to go for more of a boat pose, you can lift the shins up to the sky and maybe release the palms, lifting the heart. Perhaps you want to expand even farther and stretch the arms and legs out nice and long here. Or your boat might be right here today. Anywhere there is great for strengthening that core. So let your journey be your journey. And then let's journey right on down to the back body, hugging those knees in towards the heart here. And let's find a couple of twists here just to wring out any last tension or anything. Let's spread those arms out wide to a T. Inhale here, and as you exhale, just let the knees both come over to the right. And maybe take your gaze out across the left palm. Noticing what you feel in the left side body here. Maybe using that right hand again to massage into that left thigh. Maybe massaging into the left hip. Maybe running your fingertips in between the spaces, in between the ribs. See if any of that feels good to you today, if it feels nurturing today, if it feels like self-care. Or maybe just coming into stillness and finding your balanced breath again is self-care for you here. Or maybe some combination thereof. Let's find 3 more full breaths here. Either your balanced breath or a breath that is comfortable for you. Allowing your body to relax and soften with every exhale. Nowhere to go, nothing to do except be here now. Next time you exhale, really draw that belly button in towards the spine to engage that core. And then we'll inhale both knees back up to center, giving them a little hug, inviting the nose to the knees if that feels good to realign everything. And then we'll bring the shoulders and the head back down to the earth. Spreading the arms wide into a T shape, palms up or palms down, whichever feels best in your shoulders. Inhale here and then exhale, allowing the knees to come over to the left as the gaze goes across to the right. Coming back to your breath. Finding stillness here. Or maybe allowing yourself to be your own healer and taking that left hand to the right thigh or hip or ribs, whatever feels good to you. Bringing the loving, healing touch. We are all our own healers. If you cut yourself, you heal. We are amazing creatures that are built to be self-healing. And that can be unintentional, like a healing cut, or it can be an intentional healing. So maybe invite some intentional healing power into your own touch today. And then let's find those nice 3 breaths here. Allowing the ribs to expand with every inhale. Allowing your body to just be surrendered to gravity with every exhale. Letting the memory of the glimmers that you brought to mind earlier today infuse your body with that positive energy. Next time you exhale, tap into the power of your core, and then we'll inhale the knees back up to center, giving them a nice little hug here, and then sending them straight up towards the sky, soles of the feet up, just as if you're walking on the sky. And allow your thigh bones to settle into the hip sockets here. Think telephone pole here. This is an inversion, allowing the lymphatic system to reset, allowing the blood to flow back towards the heart and the brain. This is an awesome place to put a block or a bolster underneath your hips when you have more time to do that. I don't think we have time to do that today. One more full breath here though. And if you would like to find a traditional final Shavasana here, you can certainly do that as you lower your legs and maybe stretch out long, drawing the fingertips away from the toes, stretching out long through the right side body, stretching out long through the left side body. And then here are some options for Shavasana. Traditional Shavasana, palms facing up towards the sky, feet at either corner of the bottom of your mat. Or you may take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Or you might like to use your bolster underneath your hips in that legs up the wall waterfall kind of a position we just did. So I'll show that to you. Coming to bring the bolster right underneath the sit bones and then kind of sit on top of the bolster. And then allow yourself to come down towards the earth, having your bolster right underneath the hips and lifting the legs up towards the sky. You could even do this against the wall, legs up the wall. That might be a good option. Or using a bolster or blocks or combination of pillows and blankets, you can lay the bolster lengthwise on your mat and get right up on top of it, coming back to constructive rest in the legs, opening the arms up towards the sky, palms shining upward. So find so many options for our final resting pose. You could even come to traditional Shavasana and put the bolster underneath the knees if you like. In this particular position, your heart can be open, your hips can be relaxed. If your bolster is kind of short, you can place a block or a pillow at the end to support the head. I guess I'm short enough for this bolster, so I don't really need that. But you do you. And let's come back to that cultivated, balanced breath here. Inhaling for your count, exhaling for your count. Maybe thinking, bringing to mind a glimmer, something that brightens your day, something that you can count on every day, maybe something that's unexpected that brings a glimmer to your life. And then maybe let go of the count and just let your body take back over. Letting it handle the breath for you as it always does. Letting it be your partner in this experience we are all living together here on this earth. Maybe intentionally moving forward from this winter solstice with the intention of cultivating glimmers, identifying them with you when you see them, making note of them and storing them away in your heart and mind and soul so that you can bring them out and view them at any time. Reminding yourself of all that is golden and glimmery and glittery in your day, in your life. Knowing that even though we all will experience some suffering in our lives, that never negates the fact that we all can experience the power of a glimmer. And the more we recognize glimmers, the more positivity we can cultivate in our own life, and the more we can bring to the world around us. Couple more breaths here. Just allowing the body to continually soften. Letting that parasympathetic nervous system come on board to heal us, to strengthen our immune systems, to strengthen our resiliency, to help regulate us. And if time allows for you to stop the video here and stay in Shavasana, by all means, honor yourself and do that. But if you'd like to come on up off the mat, if you're ready, go ahead and wiggle those fingertips and wiggle the toes and maybe rotate the wrists and stretch out long and rotate the ankles. And if you're on a support of some kind or another, go ahead and roll to whatever side serves you best and allow the support to move away from you. And we'll just roll over onto our side, coming from Shavasana, corpse pose, into this fetal position. Again, revisiting the idea of ending something and beginning something. When you're ready, go ahead and inhale and press yourself back up to tall seat. Let's go ahead and finish in Dandasana, staff pose, with our legs straight out in front of us, coming into this beautiful L shape here, creating balance in the hips as we've created with the breath. Walk those fingertips out to the sides And find that nice, tall, beautiful, supportive spine. And let's inhale, bringing the arms once again up alongside the ears, bringing the palms together and exhaling, but bringing the hands just above the crown of the head. Staying here for a couple of breaths, pressing palm to palm and maybe drawing the shoulder blades back, lifting the heart, holding on to all that positive energy. Inhaling here and then drawing all of that energy down to our hearts. Go ahead and bring the chin gently towards the chest, bowing down to self. In respect for yourself, in gratitude for yourself, and in love for yourself. And maybe in respect and gratitude and love for all of those who have shared your practice with you today. May you find peace in your mind, peace in your words, peace in your hearts. Namaste.